Hello, everybody. Today we are looking at pH, specifically into chemical interactions, and that solutions can be acidic, basic, or neutral. First thing, if you've not already done this, please put your name at the top. Now, if you are at home, make sure you're please making this a paper copy. If you have access to printing, wonderful. If you do not, recreate this on a separate piece of paper. You're going to want to have the paper copy. And then also make sure you have your due date, and then what hour you have science class. For standards, we want to be able to determine if and when a chemical and physical change has occurred and prove matter is conserved in any reaction. That is the big things of our unit. Now, specifically for today, getting started, here's the helper video that'll be on here coming up in just a little bit. But we're going to get going. So to start, there's a little bit of bell work here, just kind of getting ourselves started. Looking at, this is a pH scale. Where would each of these fit? Where would lemon, tomato, soap, and a drain cleaner? Would they be acidic or basic? Something to note, and we're going to learn more about this today. So if you're like, I don't know, look at what the chart has on here. So this is more of a reading a chart, reading a graph than it is what you already know. If you look on here, there it says something is the most acidic and it says something is the most basic. So now you can help yourself of where do each of these fit. And you can just put this on a side, like a little chunk of blank space that's on this paper. Pause the video so you can do that, but then I'm going to head on to what we're learning today is we want to be able to evaluate substances using the pH scale to describe how acidic or basic a substance is. So diving into that, now the best would be to please join class live so you can get the best information, because I've got all the information here, but we talk about other things that just kind of come up in class, so that's the best place to learn. But if for some reason this is your last resort, I do appreciate you still learning here. So getting started, make sure you put this into present mode so you can see these actually fly in, because if you're just writing into the answers, you're not going to get nearly all the information that you need. So please put this into present mode, go through, click through, learn about each of these, make sure you get all the parts, check out all the little pictures and whatnot. And there's videos on here, so that's why I'm not going to go over it word for word, because I know it's kind of annoying to watch videos that are on a screencast. So continuing and down to this last part and on the back, I did want to give you some helpers to get started. So it says, what's the difference? At the top, it says use page 473 to fill out the following chart. I also have a note on here. If you're completing these virtually, use that page. We're going to open that up in class as well. There's a helper video on the next slide, next two slides as well. So when you open this up, log into your online textbook, and then just type in page 473 to the end. Here is almost all the information that you need to finish this top part. Now, some of the other information, though, if you're like, I looked at the page, but it's not all there, it's because you haven't watched the other videos. So when you open up this video, when you click on it, when it's in present mode, it'll remove this page, and then you can watch this. It is a little bit of a longer video, but please watch the whole thing, because it's showing you how we're going to make the cabbage juice that we use in our lab. Because when we use the cabbage juice in class, we go home and we make that ourselves, and then we bring it in, and you're probably like, what the heck is cabbage juice? We'll watch the video and find out. And then there's a little helper here of the pH scale, kind of just explaining it and wrapping it up. So make sure you catch both of those, because you will need them for this part up here to finish it. And then the last pit is here. You're going to write in the numbers on the pH scale, and then using those numbers, line these up. So at this point, if you have not done the rest of the assignment, please pause the video, go back, and then come back to this last part. So if you're coming back right now, it's under the assumption that you have completed this entire assignment and you need help finishing this last bit. So this last bit, what we're doing is we're lining these up on the period or on the pH scale. So we need to put in our numbers. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And if it makes you happy to put 7 in there. And then line these all up. I don't believe I have one for every single number, but most of them are. So for example, battery acid is 0. And then just keep going, lining them all up where they would go. So finishing both of these parts, and then check your Google Classroom if there's any other directions to finish up this assignment. Otherwise, please let your science teacher know if you have any questions. Go through the entire slides that are there for you. And otherwise, have a great day, everyone. Bye.